AC or heater, I was strong.
Mine's been on.
Yours been on?
I
I
Oh,
had
my
the,
God.
I had the,
here.
Yeah.
oh, I know. I even had the door open. I was like, I need some fresh air inside.
There are people running around in shorts out there.
Yeah, those are New Yorkers and Chicagoans, right? They're trying to like, I bet you they all go to the Green Bay Packers games with their bathing suits. Those are those people.
Oh my gosh,
So,
just body paint.
right? I never understood that one. I'm like, yeah, no, I get cold way too easy. Okay, let's start off our meeting. I don't know how to, it's not running a deal. Okay, not yet. Okay. There we go. All right, so let's start off how we always do. Let's stand and say allegiance to the flag. All right, I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you. And gratitude. I mean, what a month to celebrate gratitude. So there's a lot that's been going on since I last saw you. So I want to hear from my virtual land and from those here today. Tell me something that's been going on that you are grateful for. Business or personal? Who wants to go first? And we'll have Blake monitor the chat box. Don't be shy.
Well, on days like this,
Yeah.
I really like my heated waterbed.
Ooh.
Amazing how it feels.
First of all, you have a water bed?
I did.
That is
I had it for
awesome.
years.
So cool.
I
And it's
can't remember the
heated.
last bed that I had, my regular.
A heated water bed. I never knew those
Well,
existed.
they're all, you pretty much have to be heated.
They're all
Or they're
Oh, they
cold.
are?
Yeah.
Ah, that
Yeah.
sounds good.
It is cool.
Yeah.
It doesn't short out, Jim.
Or get a
I've
hole
often
in
wondered
it.
about that.
Yes.
Never happened.
I just got a call before we left on someone that wants me to list their home that I had sold them 2 years ago. And they just bought a villa through me at Lake Susie, and they're trying to rent it, and they can't rent it. Yoo-hoo! So
Oh.
they're, I was hoping they could, but, so they're gonna list their house and move to the villa. So I'm like, I just got the call before I came. I'm like, oh God, did I need this call?
Yay! More to come. More positivity. That is awesome.
Yeah.
All right. Anyone else?
I am grateful for being back in the office on a regular
Yes.
Yes.
Yay.
Improved immensely.
So what made you come back to the office?
For me, it was too much being at home trying to work. When I was working, I felt like I was neglecting the house. When I was doing something around the house, I felt like I was neglecting my work, and I just was driving myself crazy.
Yeah. Yeah. Isn't it amazing how like most of us were in the office and we we're like, I can never work from home. And then we had to shift gears because of the pandemic and we were like, oh, this is great. I could always work from home. And now that we're kind of like opening up, we're realizing that I think I need a little bit of both,
Yeah.
right? I need to come in and get the energy of the office and, you know, and just get that juice flowing and just kind of have some type of separation.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm excited. I know some other people have been saying, hey, no, I don't need an office space yet. I just need a place to come when I feel like I need to come into the office. Absolutely. The cubicles are there for you. The training room's open. You can come here. If you need a space, just come in. You get it. I understand it. Even I've come up here on a Saturday because I'm like, I love my dogs, but I cannot constantly throw you a ball while I'm trying to stay on my computer. Like it just doesn't work. It's not working out for me. So come, I would love to see you guys. You don't have to reserve a space. We just say that if you haven't actually formally rented an office space, to pick up your things after you're done, to not leave it there overnight for the next person to use it. And that's it. So just come if you need to work on some contracts. I saw some people here yesterday. It was really fun. But I got to hang out with you. So it was nice. So thank you. Yeah. And we have a new agent coming in too every day now, I see. We have 2 of our new agents coming in, which is really great. We have some really awesome new agents, guys. I'm really excited. Okay. Yeah.
Of course, I'm always thankful for my staff.
Yeah.
And that being said, I would like to just mention that today is Marcus's birthday. That's Liz's son who passed away last year.
Mm.
So if we can all keep her in our thoughts and prayers, she is in Puerto Rico for his birthday today.
Yeah. Thank you for saying that. And I want to say something gratitude. Your team has had a really exciting month. Like how many contracts you have under
I don't even know, 19 sides.
19 sides this month,
Wow.
That
guys.
was in November.
I mean,
Yeah.
last month. Well, yeah, sorry.
Yeah,
Yeah.
19 sides. We
That's
got a lot of
nice.
double sides, which doesn't happen very often.
That's awesome. Yeah, that's awesome.
Found a new skill that you have.
It's
You
just,
make it work.
I guess low inventory is the thing, and they're starting to
Yeah.
call off the signs again. I haven't had calls off signs for years.
Yeah, yeah, people are driving around.
Yeah.
Right? They're trying to drive around seeing what
They're
is not on
thinking-
MLS maybe, and, you
They're
know,
thinking that something's gotta be wrong here. They're not putting all of the properties on the internet anymore, so people are driving around or something.
yeah, it's like, no, we are. Everything's on the internet. It's just that everything's gone, right?
Oh.
So that is cool.
Yeah.
Super, super cool. All right, anyone else? Are you monitoring the chat room? Okay, awesome. Okay. Then let's go on. All right, so we're gonna start with what is culture. What is culture? 25. Your social media posts, good topic. We're just talking about social media. Your social media posts should avoid controversial topics that are inappropriate for business. And I mean, what a good conversation. I mean, can you think about this? Like Mo and the team wrote this years ago. And what a perfect climate just to be reminded. We all should be able to voice our opinions, but in our business, we'll service everyone, right? So we don't want to have a social media brand of ourselves that doesn't show or isn't reflective of us saying that we would love to work with you no matter your beliefs, your race, your color, your origin, or anything like that. So it's just nice to be reminded of, yes, still voice your opinion, but when you have a business, you have to be considerate of the business that you have because you don't want to miss some amazing opportunities that you might find. So let's not limit ourselves. And 26, responding to clients' calls and concerns in a timely manner. I mean, how many of us fall short on this one sometimes,
Mhm.
right? And when do you think, what would be a reason why we don't respond to our clients in a timely manner?
They're annoying.
Okay, let's rephrase that in a positive
We're
way.
all thinking of that at the same
You're
time.
with another client. and you
That
can't
wasn't
get to
cold.
them.
Pick me out.
We can rephrase that. They can be a bit more difficult at times, right? Yeah. Are there, has anyone heard the rule of thumb of when you know that you haven't communicated enough with a client? My PC coach told me whenever a client calls you and asks you for a question or emails you, then you haven't communicated enough.
Yep, that's my policy too.
You're right. So kind of if my client's reaching out to me, then I've missed it,
Mhm.
right? So I inducted, I got this from a mega agent. I went to family reunion once and he did follow-up Fridays. Every Friday he followed up with all of his clients. He went to a coffee shop and he sat there and he told them in their listing presentations and buyer consultations, I will follow up with you every Friday. And he adhered to that. So they would wait for his calls on Fridays or emails. So that way, and they just knew I'm going to do open house this weekend or this is what's happening. And then he would call him every other time, but at least he knew he set the expectation. So that way he realized, and I realized that a lot of our difficult clients are difficult because they just don't know and they're nervous. And what are we there? We're there because we are the experts in the field, right? And we are supposed to be guiding them through the process and explaining to them what they don't know. So yes, let's remember responding to our clients with calls and concerns in a timely manner is always good. Then you'll have less concerns. All right, birthdays, December birthdays. Glenn's was yesterday. I hope you'll reach out to him. Tell him happy birthday. We have a slew of people, and we have one of our new agents'
All the
birthday.
best people.
Trisha's right here, guys. She's one of our new agents. Yay, Trisha! And so when in December is your birthday? The 29th, after Christmas. Oh. You've been a New Year baby. All right, so when you get a chance, reach out to them and celebrate their birthdays. I would say celebrate their birthdays as much more. Jenny, when's yours?
23rd.
The 23rd.
No.
Please reach out, Jim.
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah. Hey, it's me, then Rhonda Niccolo, and then Nicole Mantha, and we're one right after another.
Oh, really?
Yeah. And we're all gonna be 65.
All three of you?
All three of
Same
y'all?
time. Yeah.
Really?
Oh my God, we should have like cake or something here.
Yeah.
You guys.
Zach is in there too. They got two mantas.
Oh, Zach's is in there. too.
Zach's in December
Yeah.
too.
Is that funny? Mom and son.
Yeah.
Just reach out to them because I remember I dated this guy and he was born on December 18th and he told me that I had to give him our first week of dating. He said, okay, look, my birthday's December 18th. This is exactly 1 week for Christmas. You have to give me 2 separate gifts,
And don't
equal
wrap it
or
in
higher
Christmas
in measure.
And
And
don't
it cannot
wrap
be
it
in Chrissy's
Christmas
present.
Right.
It had nothing to do. I'm like, okay. And 1 year I was like, well, can I just give you 1 big gift? He's like, no. I'm like, come on, you're in your 20s. So let's give them extra love on social media and give them calls because I have nothing to do with Christmas, it's all about their birthday. I'm sure they'll appreciate it. Okay, and then we have our Caliversaries. So we have Jenny, your anniversary, 6 years, awesome. And then Tom and Nicole, so when you see them, we just thank you for your partnership.
Oh, Nicole.
Nicole Moore?
When's Donna? Donna Wade.
She
Oh, I
could
guess
have,
she's a different time.
She was a year after, or maybe 2 years after.
Yeah, okay. Find out later. Cool,
cool, yeah.
cool, cool.
So we thank you so much for being in partnership with us and just, every single one of these people here know the culture and that makes such a difference when it comes to, there is a different energy when you are surrounded by people who share your culture and business. And so we just thank you and honor you for that. All right, 210 warranty. Just to let you know, I had a meeting with Scott Sullivan yesterday. He will be leaving 210 warranty because his mother has taken a turn, like just in terms of her health. And so he'll be spending more time closer to her in that area. So he won't be able to be around as much. And so, but I did meet the new person who'll be taking over. She is a delightful young lady. And she'll come to our next team meeting and introduce herself. But always remember, especially right now, if you have a listing, it's only like $60 to get the home warranty for your listings, and it can really save your clients if something were to happen. I mean, could you imagine if you had a listing during Hurricane Iota and you had this home warranty and something would have happened? It would have been A-okay because you had this. Yes.
I will say, I'm actually, when I have a listing, I'm actually asking for standard Florida contracts more often. I don't want those as-is ones because I don't want the buyers to be able to cancel for any reason.
Mm-hmm.
And for that reason, putting the listing period on the warranty, when they do their home inspection, if they come in and they go, the air conditioner is not cooling to the correct differential, call the home warranty company for $75 service fee
Yeah.
and it's fixed.
Instead of a repair fee of $500 at closing.
Yeah.
So-
Maybe it's free on or whatever. It might only save them $200 or $300, but then also it could be a plumbing leak, a faucet that leaks, a drip from the shower head. All those little things can get fixed for just a service call.
Really good.
The $60, is that just during that period where?
Just the
it's our
listing period. Mhm.
Oh.
Just listing period.
That's because some listings drag out a long time.
Yeah, I think
Kinda
there
getting
is
their
a
money's worth.
clause because I had we did it on all of our investor properties. And sometimes when those take a longer time, there is a clause. I remember one was that like, I was like 6 months or 8 months, I had to like redo it. But if you have a good relationship with your rep, sometimes they'll forego that extra charge. So it's really good to have a relationship with your rep. So, but yeah. Okay, Arnold Insurance, did y'all hear that he bought his building?
Uh-huh.
I did.
Isn't that awesome? Good for him.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And then I just wanted to make an announcement about Family Reunion. Family Reunion will be all online this year. So for those of you who don't have the opportunity to go to Family Reunion because of season, right? Because it's like in the middle of season for us and the cost, but you're saving thousands of dollars of airplane, hotel, everything. Now it's going to be online. What we are going to do is that we're going to enhance that digital experience here. So we will have our own family reunion, Keller Williams Realty Gold Style.
Yeah.
Now, what Keller Williams Realty Gold Style is, I'm not exactly sure at all, but we will figure it out as we get there. We will have our own socials. We will have our own breakout sessions and masterminds, and we'll have different rooms and different classes. What we'll probably do is they'll have a list of the classes and we'll vote as to which ones that we want to attend. And the ones that have the most, we'll have it ready in those areas for you. And then if they're not, then you can kind of go and maybe with your own laptop or iPad and see it in here and then come back for a big session. So maybe in the evening or in the morning, we'll have a morning mastermind with coffee and donuts, and in evening, we'll have like a social hour somewhere. So we'll try to make our own kind of family reunion here experience and have it fun. And that way you can
That sounds
bring,
like fun.
doesn't it sound like fun to have it
Yeah.
here? I actually think there's gonna be like a hybrid version of this moving forward. Because the mega camp was awesome.
Mega Camp was amazing. It was the best mega camp I've ever been to,
Yeah,
and it was digital. And the fact that we saved thousands of dollars on flights and
Yeah.
hotels and stuff like that
yeah,
was fantastic. The only thing I did miss was the interaction with other agents from those
Yeah.
areas,
Yeah.
but that's gonna come back. We're gonna have those opportunities.
yeah, we'll have those opportunities. And what we
Right
can
now.
do is kind of focus on, since we're here, us coming in, and maybe some of our co-op agents can come in and have a fun experience and just kind of learn and lesson stuff. Yes, Tricia?
What's a co-op agent?
A co-op agent is an agent that you're working with on the other side of the transaction. So it's an agent who's not affiliated with Keller Williams, but you've had a relationship because they were like, you were the listing agent and they were the buyer's agent, or vice versa. Yeah, good question. All right, so it's still the day after Valentine's Day, but now you actually get to have Valentine's Day with your sweetheart. So that's another plus. Okay. And then, how many of y'all know about the script off that they've been having, that they kicked off at Mega Camp? Have y'all enjoyed it? Have you liked it? Do you want to talk about it a little bit, or why you like it, what your aha was from it?
I mean, the whole thing,
Yeah,
just how quickly those people answer those questions. They were just thrown that question and they knew exactly what to say to get the person to list their house now or to
Mhm.
buy, I thought it was awesome.
yeah, it is really cool. So they're having the next one, so it's a qualifying round. So what it is that people got together and they're just scripting back and forth, right? Different objections, and it's really neat for you to listen to and participate in, get some ideas and how to do some objections. And then whoever wins, you get voted on by the people who attend, or if you get the link, because they'll send you the link, and they're going to announce the actual winner at family reunion. So the next round of the script off, think of it like a couple of people in a boxing ring, right? And you're scripting off.
Mhm.
Is December 14th. That's next Monday. So tune into that. It'll be really fun. I think I don't know. I'll send it out to you guys.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't know. I want to say 1 o'clock, but I know everything's Eastern Central Time because they're in Austin, so I need to double check. All right, so I want to talk to you about two things. One is eEdge. eEdge will be closing down December 31st per Keller Williams International. So this is really important for those of us who put all of our contacts in eEdge. I don't want you to be blindsided. They've been announcing this for a long, long time. Moving over to Command, there's still opportunity for you to do that. If you are not sure on how to move your things over to Command, please set a time with Blake. Blake, you can send out a link to remind everyone, and he has the Calendly link for you to set the time with him for you to kind of go over eEdge. If you are with Market Leader and you really enjoy using Market Leader, that's okay, because in the Command marketplace, there's still the tools for you to use Market Leader in. Okay. If you have no idea what I'm talking about, then you are A-okay. Continue using Command and disregard this. Just put it on out there. But if you're not sure, come and see myself, come and see Blake, and we can kind of walk you through just to make sure about that. Any question in regards to eEdge before I talk about .loop? Okay. .loop, we've extended for another 3 months. Okay. Now that we've extended it. Now, this is probably the part where I'm going to put my mama bear hat on, right? Every time we extend it, it's not an opportunity for you not to do anything, right? Because we always do that, don't we? We're like, oh, great. And then we don't do anything. We don't take the opportunity. And then it's kind of like, can you please extend it again? So what we're going to do is come and see myself and or Blake. If you're like, look, I have tried .loop computers, this whole thing is just not my thing. Is there something else that y'all can do to help me? The answer is yes, but we want to identify who you are so we can figure that out, okay? We do need to move people off of this eventually, but I want to move it to where you feel secure in the new program, whether you are in it all the time or you have some support from the market center, okay? So it'll be or a little combination of both. If you're just kind of like, look, I just haven't had time to learn it, but I will, we can help you there. But if you're like, look, I tried it, I can't deal, it's just too much, we will work with you on that one too. Does that make sense? Okay. Herb, yes.
What's the possibility of the market center having an in-house transaction coordinator that is proficient in command, where when you get a listing or a contract, you give it to them and they take care of everything for you? You don't have to worry about it.
Yeah.
What is the possibility of that happening?
So I actually paid her to say that. So thank you very much. And that possibility will happen. Okay. Now then, this is what I'm telling you is we are growing at a very fast speed here. Now that Brian's in place, I'm in place, we are identifying a new MCA. We have lots of changes coming on. One of the things in terms of moving our market center into the market center of the future is building out more concierge services to add value to you as you focus on your business at different levels. It is not happening today. It will not happen by the end of the year. I'm hoping we'll have that type of system for you by at least end of Q1, right? But we just need to put some things in place so that way we can support that, because that's a heavy amount of work on us to be able to kind of put it out to you in a manner that you're not pulling your hair out and getting more gray hair. There's so much, I'm not dyeing my hair yet. So, but I don't want to do that. So we just kind of need to do it in a very systematic manner. Yes. So until that day happens, I know that most of us have business today. So what I'm saying is, if there is a roadblock for you and you're just kind of waiting for that moment, come have a conversation with myself and Blake, and we will try to bridge that gap until that day comes for you. Yes.
So Herb, is it? Herb? Okay, I'm pretty efficient in command so far, so if you have questions, you can ask. Anybody actually.
Cool.
Yeah.
As long as Dot Loop's available, I'm happy, you know.
Yeah, but
But-
once that happens, there will be something for you in place.
When
That
Dot
would
Loop
be
goes
happy.
away, I'm gonna be like, fish out of water.
I'm curious why Leslie laughs so hard. Do
Because
we
I knew
have
that
that
was
kind of a-
coming.
Uh,
I had an idea that was probably
Yeah.
coming.
I use a transaction coordinator, but she is not in the area anymore. She's in Indiana, but I still use her.
Right.
And she's still great at doing it, but if it's somebody in-house that we can have a one-on-one, that would be the ideal.
Right. No, and I understand. I so appreciate that feedback. So that's what we're building towards, right? So we're definitely building towards a system to do that and some other things for some agent at various levels, right? Because some of us want it all and some of us kind of an a la carte type of opportunity for you. So we'll be more communicative when that happens. I just don't want to say it like, hey, we're going to do it this time, because then you're going to be waiting for it. And for us, it's kind of like the parents, like, we're going to Disney. It's going to take us a while. And like, when are we there yet? Are we there yet? And it's kind of like, no, so you don't want to say anything until we're there. So I'm kind of in that type of boat, right? So that's why I said, but I can't have y'all just sit around and wait. And I know some of us are kind of like, look, I have some transactions to do. So I'm going to show you some, we're going to be working on some things to help you in the meantime. But not you, her, because you're good until that time comes. So, all right. So just know it's been extended, and then this is going to go away. And if you have any questions in regards to that, Blake and I are here to help you. Okay. All right. And okay. Actually, I want to talk about Rhoda. Is she there? Yeah. So I want to introduce you to our newest member of our team. Some of y'all have had the opportunity to meet her, and it's Rhoda. Rhoda is our compliance coordinator. And so I just wanted you guys to meet her. She comes in our, she is working virtually. She's in our team meetings every morning with us, and I have just loved getting to know her. And so she is working with, and I'm gonna, because it's on screen, I'm gonna do this a little bit. There you go. So you can see her a little bit better.
Yeah.
Okay, and you don't care about me, we're gonna talk about Rhoda, can you hear us?
Yes, I can hear you.
Okay, and then you might want to turn her up. Okay, so just to kind of let you know about Rhoda's role with Keller Williams Realty Gold. She's part of the leadership team. She's a compliance coordinator, like I said. She is the one that is currently, for the past month, she's been learning dot loop and command. And she's been going through our transactions and doing the approval part for each of the files. So you might have gotten some emails all of a sudden about, hey, this isn't correct, and things like that. One thing that we have learned is that before Rhoda, we've had lots of different people approving compliance and right, and who we haven't done our best in ensuring that your paperwork is protected to the standard in which it deserves, right? Because why do we have compliance?
Protect us.
Right, because what happens after the transaction closes and there's a disagreement between the buyer and the seller? What always happens? Who gets called? Right, the realtor. But the realtor has no skin in the game, do they? And if something was really to happen and an attorney gets involved, who then gets roped into that situation? The realtor and the brokerage, right?
The E&O.
Right? The E&O. And then, so to protect the E&O, to keep those costs down, right? And to protect us, we're always looking at making sure that our compliance is above standard. I know that there are other brokerages who will just do the minimal, right? But that's just not us, is it? We don't just do mediocre or average. We want to give our clients exceptional value at all times. And so we want to make sure that our file is exceptional at all times. And so we have brought in Rhoda, and we have gone through with the ALC, and we've even gone through with Lakewood Ranch. We all have the same system. She helps the Lakewood Ranch office as well as our office. And then so we now, Lakewood Ranch and ourselves, actually have the same compliance requirements. So all of our checklists are actually the same. So there's a really good system overall. So if anything were to happen and you needed to, like if someone in Lakewood Ranch, one of the leadership team, to step in to help, easy, because it's all the same system. And we're just really stronger together that way. So it's really powerful. You're going to be seeing a lot more of us educating all of us onto requirements that we might not have said this isn't correct, or we might not have asked for in the past, because some of us we just let it go, right? And the scariest thing is when we get audited and they just pick up random files and they see some things weren't there because we were lax about it. So we're just not going to do that moving forward. That doesn't mean that you're going to get a whole bunch of rejections. That just means that when we see something that's not in compliance, and we are able to kind of just educate you going, hey, on the next transaction, please make sure that you have this documentation or this paperwork, something like that. We will be building upon what Rhoda already knows now, because she's doing phenomenal work. She will be doing our DAs for us as well. So that way you'll be able to communicate with her. And for those of you who, this isn't out yet, but for those of you who feel like, you know what, Command, I'm never going to learn Command and I'm done doing dot loop, she will be taking on your files. So all you'll need to do is upload your files up to her, and then she'll just kind of work them through all the way from in terms of the paperwork for you.
You will have a checklist of what documents you need to upload to her and a template to fill out for the transaction.
Right, and then she'll reach out to you going, hey, this document's missing, please have your buyer sign it, or what have you. Yes.
So you're saying that people can do it by handwriting and then just scan it as a PDF and send it to her?
You could do that, or you can use the electronic stuff and just have electronic signatures and just let her know it's in there. She can let you know what files are missing, what documents are missing in your file. So that way you don't have to organize it. you don't have to kind of work. For those of you who are just not proficient in this area, this isn't open to everyone yet, because I told you we're still building the system. Yes, her.
And .loop, when you submit for review, it automatically goes to her.
Right. So right now, like when you see the response, a lot of people are going, "What am I getting these emails from Lynn? How is Lynn all of a sudden proficient?" It's not. It's just that we were in the system. There's so much overlapping in terms of getting her in the system and stuff like that, and getting her name. So you'll see messages. So if you go into .loop and then you'll see a response, a lot of the responses, she's trying to put her name in it. It says Rhoda. This is Rhoda. So, well, I thought, because I told her, I go, "Look, Rhoda, I want you to come to our team meeting because I adore you. I think you're awesome. And I know that compliance and finance always feels like when someone gives me a call, that I'm coming to the principal's office, right? And I didn't want that for her because she's not a principal by any means. She's like our teacher. She's our friend. And so I thought, what a better way but to get to know her personally. So what I did was, I'm going to ask you a couple of questions. Okay, Rhoda?
Okay.
Okay, so here we go. Rhoda, what do you like to do on the weekends?
I like to spend the whole weekends on long rides with my scooter. I don't know how to drive one, just a pillion rider. My fiance is the one maneuvering. So
Yeah,
that's how I spend it.
for those of us, so then that's good because there's a group of us here that ride motorcycles a lot. So then you're already fitting in with the group. That's awesome. All right. What is your favorite holiday?
My favorite holiday is the New Year's. I grew up in Saudi Arabia, so the only holiday that is permissive to celebrate is that. Ever since then, it became customary for me to enjoy and party more in New Year's.
Oh, today. I did not know that. And then if you could go anywhere on vacation, where would you go?
Overseas, I love to go in Japan for so many reasons. One of those is to experience its distinctive culture and unique traditions like summer festivals or fireworks. Then their food like ramen, curry rice, or what we call curry rice, and so much more.
Oh, cool. And I didn't tell you this, but Rhoda is in the Philippines. So right now, what time is it right now in the Philippines?
It's 12 o'clock a.m. 12:33 a.m.
So she's working. So you could call her anytime during office hours and she will be on for you. So I email her, I WhatsApp her all the time. We Zoom a lot every morning and she's there. So when we're sleeping, she is not. She's sleeping. She is sleeping, even though it should be daytime. So what are your hours of sleep time that you told me? I can't remember.
Sleep time, it's going to be 6 o'clock a.m. to on your time 6 o'clock, it's 6 o'clock p.m.
So 6 o'clock a.m. is when she actually goes to bed. So when the rest of her family is up and you have what? You have one brother and three sisters, right?
That's correct. I'm the eldest.
And she's the oldest. So she's used to whipping people into shape. Okay, I have one more question for you. If you could be any superhero and have a superpower, what would that be?
If I were a superhero, I want to be Spider-Man's partner or Spider-Girl.
Spider-Girl, I like that.
I don't know. To be able to stick and crawl to surfaces and swinging across the city looks so much fun than flying.
That is awesome. Thank you, Rhoda, so much for coming and thank you for being a part of this.
Thank you
And
for having me.
I just want to put a friendly face so you know who our compliance coordinator is. Okay, we'll see you later. Bye. Isn't she adorable?
Yeah.
She's so cute. Okay.
So just
Yes.
out of curiosity.
Yeah.
She's in the Philippines.
Yeah.
All the time. I mean, like.
Yeah, that's where she
For the
lives.
most part, unless she
Yeah.
takes vacation on it.
Uh-huh.
Wow.
Isn't that crazy? But you know,
That's so
COVID
crazy.
really taught us that. I mean, it's really, and so we were able to really tap into high talent from afar that works with our budget that we're still able to do profit share with. I mean, because like we need to make sure that we profit share to our agents at all time. That's important to us. One of the things I did not tell you about her is that in her previous role, she was what's that? What was that?
She was chat support for Epic Games.
Yeah,
or
Epic
League of
Games,
Legends.
so you know, like, well, I don't play it, mine,
So
Minecraft?
esports is become a
Minecraft.
big-
Minecraft.
yes, and stuff like that.
My
So she
grandson
would, so
plays
she
it.
managed all that chatter.
And she can do all that work for all these agents that we have, and
Yep.
aren't we like 300 plus probably or something?
Yeah, totally fine.
Wow.
But
Wow.
that
How
gives
hard
us
is
the
that? Wow.
opportunity, when you're able to focus on one thing at a time and do it at a high level, it makes a big difference. And so removing that from the MCA office or myself, and having it one person who is qualified that can really dive deep in and to hold us at a really high standard and protect us, it makes a big difference. And so that's how we're building up our systems and moving forward with Keller Williams here is identifying the right talent at the right time and building it out and then moving forward to the next part, right? Because we don't want to just hire anyone and we don't want to go backwards. And that's how we're moving forward. So as we grow, it's just easier for all of us. And so that's why we don't have the other stuff that Herb was talking about yet. We want to make sure we build a really good foundation in order to earn that right to bring that in. Okay. All right. So, and then it didn't do it for me. Yeah. One day this will work seamlessly, I promise. Yay. Okay. Millionaire MREA Book Club. Who's attended my book club yet or the one online? Yeah. How do y'all like it? Pretty good? Like it a lot, right? There's one thing that I've learned is when you want to learn something, what do? You teach, right? When you want to master something, you teach it at a high level. And when you want to exceed success means learning. You cannot succeed in anything in life without learning, right? And how many of us want to attain our goals? Like, do any of you have a goal for next year, right? And what is a goal? What does it mean, a goal? A goal really means is a way for us to be appropriate in the moment, right? Because in order for us to earn a goal, we have to be appropriate now in order to earn that goal later. So one of the things that I think is amazing is that Keller Williams International is doing a book club. They're taking the MREA and slicing it down and having a conversation with none other than the writer of the MREA. Like, I can teach at a high level, but I mean, come on, right? I mean, when you have that, so why don't we take that opportunity to kind of see it? So you can go on to the Pivot Shift Ahead Facebook group. If you're not a member of that, I highly recommend it. It's a really great resource of networking with other like-minded agents, and they have just a plethora of tools there too. They have like just tons of scripts and and they have tons of videos and stuff. So just take a look at it, be a part of a closed book group. We will be having every Friday at 1 o'clock here, we'll be playing this here. So if you want to come in here, sit down, I'll be in here sometimes if I don't have an appointment. And what I like about doing these virtual showings together is that I like the conversations that we have when we're together instead of me watching in my office. So if you want to come in, do that. And so that way we'll all master the MREA together. Okay. And then, I did it early. Oh, well. All right, Blake.
Who's ready for Christmas?
Yeah.
That was like the weakest.
Oh my God.
Oh, Christmas.
Wah, wah.
What about?
Let's do it again. Who's ready for the holiday season?
Yeah.
That means it's coming closer to the end of 2020.
Okay.
Oh, okay. Yay. Okay, good.
Good. I'm glad Danielle could rouse something. We have new designs inside of Command for those holidays. So sending them out on social media, through emails, they are going to be there for you. So we have new holiday email templates. I like this snowblower. New Year's, this is all inside of Command, inside of Design. So you can download these and put these into your smart plans and they'll automatically go out. So they are the Happy Holidays, Merry Christmas, Happy Kwanzaa, Happy Hanukkah, Happy New Year, and Winter Solstice. Okay, that's it.
Is one that covers all the holidays?
Happy Holidays would be the one, yeah.
Yeah, happy holiday, I would. For those of you, Hanukkah starts tomorrow. So just to kind of remember that you're going to do a happy Hanukkah one. It kind of starts tomorrow on the 10th.
Oh, I also wanted to say when I was doing compliance, I was the one that was starting to return everything to you guys.
Yeah.
Isn't that funny? Because they're like, why are we
Yeah.
getting all these
Yeah.
returns? Like I never got before. And it's like, well, because it looks like no one was really looking at your stuff appropriately before.
But now it's Rhoda, so.
Yeah. So going back to the holidays, there's two things. How many of y'all got my email this morning about the holiday party? Awesome. For those of you who haven't read it yet, we made a decision, along with the ALC advice, and thank you so much for your ALC for contributing to kind of being the eyes and ears of all of you, is we decided to adhere to the current climate of the pandemic. And I want to just kind of be really open right here because we're all in this together. We have two sets of versions of how people look at the pandemic, don't we? In the market center, outside the market center, in Inglewood, in Florida, in the United States, across the world. And our goal is always to be inclusive for everyone. And if we do an indoor event, holiday event, it will exclude some people who need to, because we have some people who are really sick right now, who need to be socially distanced, and those who choose to be socially distant. And then, so it's kind of like, we're not here just for one group of agents. We're here for all of our agents. So what we're doing this year is we're shifting gears. And so we're having I'm calling it a Winter Wonderland Walkabout. That I thought of that name. If you don't like it, you can come and see me. But say that one 5 times fast. I went through Thoris and tried to figure it out, and that's what I came up with. It will be here in the back here, against the Lemon Bay from 6 to 8 next Friday. We're changing it from next Friday because we need time to put it all together, okay? Because it's a shifting gears. The event is going to be awesome. It's going to be, you're able to walk through a really fun Christmas light experience. We'll have selfie stations for you to take your pictures if you want to. If you have a doggy, you're more than welcome to bring your doggies. If you want to bring your kiddos, you can bring your kiddos because it'll just be with you guys, right? If there's a group of agents that y'all hang out with, like a team or something, y'all want to walk through it together, y'all can do that too. But at least those who need to be by themselves, right? Like, for example, when I was thinking about this, I was like, you know what? The Renfros can come. They weren't able to come to the Thanksgiving event, but they can come to this one. And to me, that is awesome during this time right now. So I think that was great. We'll have some surprises for you along the way. Depending on the weather, your holiday beverage might be something really, really warm, and it might be something really cold. I don't know if it's going to be something with some spice in it, so do not ask me that now. I will let you know at that time. I hope so, because I always like a little spice in my holiday beverages. We'll have some refreshments there for you as well. And then we have a gift for you at the end of your experience for you to walk away with. And so I just think it's going to be a really neat, different kind of way to celebrate the season. Yes.
And we're still having the KW Cares auction.
Yes. So we're still doing the KW Cares raffle auction. The way we're going to do it is because there's not going to be a group of people standing together from 6 to 8 next week. What we're going to do is bring your raffle items to the office anytime by next Monday. Okay. Whatever item you get, you have the weekend, you have a couple of days to think about what that is. Jean told me she already has hers, right? So then we need to make sure that we get ours that's just as cool as whatever Jean's gonna have. And we will display them in this training room for starting on Wednesday. So next Wednesday, we will have them. We'll have buckets in front of them where you'll be able to put your raffle ticket in those buckets, okay? So you can come by anytime between Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. The raffle contest shuts down at 5 o'clock. I'm collecting all of the buckets at 5:01. So if you want to stand over your bucket to make sure you get them, 5:01, I'm collecting them, right? If you can purchase tickets here at the front desk starting Wednesday as well, okay? And you can come by and drop off your tickets anytime during whatever hour. So then you're able to come at your leisure, or you can camp out here if you want to. Make sure, you know, if you really want that TV from Mark, you can really, really make sure that you got it, okay? So Trisha, you're new, but apparently I'm new too. Apparently he wins a TV every
Unless
year.
it's a 75-inch, I'm not gonna put it.
Oh, the man has standards for gifts now.
Well,
Principal.
I won the 45-inch and the 55-inch, I mean, the 55 and the 65-inch, so
So,
unless it's 75, I'm not gonna buy it.
well, maybe you can gift us with one of your smaller versions. So, but we will have that. What we'll do is we will bring out during the walkabout the items there. We'll have it at a table, and then we'll have like a scroll. I'm thinking of a scroll with elves. I'll announce who the winners are, and whatever time the winners come, they can pick up the items.
Nice.
Okay. Any questions? Does that sound okay to y'all? I thought it was kind of fun.
Great.
It's different and nice, and
Yeah.
yeah.
Love it.
I thought so. It's cool. Now, it's not gonna look, so I live in Sarasota, I'll tell you this, it's not gonna look like the one at UTC. My
Okay.
goodness, that one. Maybe it'll be something that we can do for our clients next year if we really like it.
I
Kind of
think
have
that
that your
sounds
own.
like a great idea.
Yeah, so we'll see. The next thing is, don't forget Toys for Tots. December 12th is the last day. I think it would be really great way for you to touch your agents to say, hey, we have Toys for Tots. I would use it like I'm doing now. You can schedule a time. I will be here between this time and this time for a drop off, right? And schedule that time for a drop off, and then have your clients come and you can greet them and give them a candy or two and saying, thank you for dropping on for Toys for Tot. We have the thing downstairs, and bring your items too. So don't forget. All right. Now then, we're in the holiday theme, right? It's December. Now then, the holidays is the best time for us to do what with our database? Connect with our database, right? Connect with our database. Now then, when there's two ways for us to connect. There's two types of people on our database. What are the two types of people? Yep, Mets and have Mets, right? Now then, we can reconnect with both of them and increase our opportunity for 2021. So I just want to kind of go through and see. Now remember, 12 to 1 is how much transactions that you can get per person. So every 12 people, one transaction for a Met. And then, I'm sorry, 2, 12 to 2, not 1. And then for your haven't Mets is a 51 ratio. So let's really focus on, just think about when you're looking at your database, the opportunity you have right now. It's a gold mine. Your database is a gold mine for you to reconnect and maybe grow it. Why not? Let's look at growing our database. So here are some ideas. So first of all, before we even go into ideas, I just want to kind of go over how we're supposed to communicate with our with our clients during this time. It's been really tough. It's been a really tough year, right? And so the time now is not for us to just kind of say, hi, I just want to see if you have, if you're in the market to sell your house, or if you know anyone. Right now, it's just about picking up the phone and asking how they're doing and reconnecting. It's a reconnection with your sphere, with your database. And so just kind of remember that. It's a time for us to just pick up the phone, ask them how they're doing, and then say, is there anything in real estate that I can do for you right now? How are your kids doing? I always like the Ford. Who knows the Ford conversation? Family, occupation, recreation, dreams. I always like that because it kind of makes me walk through, and then I feel then I've earned the right to say at the end, and before I let you go, is there anything in real estate that I can do for you? Or do you know, not know, but is there any questions you might have? Because everyone's talking about real estate right now. And that's it. Okay. Another thing is inclusivity, right? So we know that our sphere of influence, yes, they're our most important people, especially our core advocates. And yet we want to make sure that you touch everybody, right? So then there's an opportunity for you to repersonalize your messages. Maybe you can break them up a little bit. Some that have children, some who might be out of town. I mean, there's different types of personalization that you can do with everyone. So just kind of remember that. So, all right, so here's some things on social media that I thought will be fun postings. Season greeting, wishing you a joyous season filled with relaxation and sacred time alongside those that matter the most. If you find yourself in times of need, I'm one message away. Put your hashtag on it, right? Things of that nature. Here's another one. Happy holidays. Whether you're baking cookies for Santa, lighting the Mariah or menorah, sorry, I think I said that wrong, but that doesn't sound right. Or anything in between this holiday season, you are in my heart and mind. As the year comes to a close, I'm here to help with any questions or resources you might have. Final one, 'tis the season. No matter your holiday season traditions, this is the time to hold those nearest to you a bit tighter. Perhaps metaphorically, if you're socially distant. I wish you the happiest of holidays filled with laughter, amazing food, and spectacular company. For anything else, I'm one message away. Yes,
Can that be emailed out to?
Yeah. we can email these out to you, absolutely.
Thank you.
Here's a reconnection via email. Create a holiday gift featuring local vendors and present in an email newsletter format. So that way you can think about local businesses that you might secure some coupons or something like that. Provide your sphere with a mini themed recipe book. How many of us have some old recipe books that like grandma's cookies or something that you can just kind of do, right? I love this one. Pick a mix of former clients who are willing to share their holiday traditions and highlight them in a newsletter, while also including a bit of information on the role of their home plays within their family tradition. This is a perfect time to showcase the role you played in their lives without being overbearing. Reconnect over the phone. Here's a great script. This is an agent. Hi, this is Danielle with Keller Williams Realty Gold. Did I catch you at a good time? Do you have a few minutes? Client will respond. Myself. Great. The purpose of my call is to say hello and check in with you and your family. How are you doing? How's your family doing? If appropriate, how are your kids doing with school or homeschooling? Client will respond. Agent, everything going well with your job and your company? You'll know by the first conversation if that's an appropriate conversation. Or how's the search been going, right? Since I have you on the phone, do you have any real estate questions I can answer for you about this incredible real estate market? Let me ask you, as part of my customer service, what is your current interest rate? Good conversation, because what happened last week? Interest rates dropped to 2.7%. I mean, you know, the Fed is giving away money. There you go. All right, reconnect with virtual events. Holiday themed scavenger hunt. I know that we did one when we were quarantined to our homes. Hot cocoa bomb making class. Chocolate's the universal language of love. Tap in your sphere's creativity side by hosting one of these classes. Do a bake-off. Would that be fun? Or this is one that I've attended. I love these gift wrapping classes. I mean, how many of us, I love gift wrapping. I'm horrible at it, but I will attend a class any time of the time to figure out how to wrap it really nice with a really nice bow. And, you know, then I buy a fake bow with a string and tape it on the top.
Yeah.
Right? But what a fun way. Go on Pinterest, figure something out, just do 2 or 3. Maybe you surprise them with the materials, you drop it off at their home, so now you have a pop by. Handwritten notes. I mean, this is a season that we just would love a handwritten note, right? This holiday season, I'd like to express my utmost gratitude for you into the type of relationship, business, referral, friendship, partnership. Thank you for allowing me to serve you and your family. If there's anything you need as we enter the new year, please do not hesitate to call me. Yes.
If you haven't communicated with them for a while, is it appropriate to put your business card in a Christmas card, or is that a little pushy?
I don't know if I would put my business card in because they know that you're in the business. I would use this. I always like to do it. I call it being a sandwich. If I haven't communicated with you before, I'm going to communicate with you with maybe, well, not a cold response, but a non-verbal response, right? An email, a social thing, and then I'm going to do a face-to-face or a voice-to-voice. So if I send you a Christmas card, I'm going to follow up with a Christmas call or a New Year call, and then I'm going to sandwich that with like a social media post, maybe tag you or private message you somehow. So there's 3 things around it. So that way they know that you're in real estate. Yeah. So that's how I do it. Good question. As the year comes to an end, I'd like to thank you for allowing me to play a part of your real estate journey and serve you and your family. So here's a way to, instead of putting your card in, you can do this, if that's appropriate. Even if you haven't touched them in 3 years. And I'm like, you know what? I would just use COVID and the pandemic as an excuse. You know what? I'm just reconnecting with everyone because it's just something that I haven't touched a lot of the people who I love working with in so long. Right? I hope the holiday season brings you joy, laughter, and quality time alongside those that matter most. For anything else, I'm one phone call away or text. That's it. I'll send these out to you. Okay. How'd you like that? Some really good touches? Yes.
Also for virtual events, a market center up in Orlando did cookies and milk with Santa. So they had someone play Santa with cookies and milk, and all the kids would tell them their wish list. And it was a great event. They had a really good turnout.
Virtually.
Yeah, virtually. All virtual.
So that's kind of cool. Think about your neighborhood. You can do that. Well, I will say all of this, like I would love to take credit for thinking of all these things. I did not. This is Keller Williams has an Upfront magazine online. So I'll send y'all the link and it has all of this and some more stuff. These are just quick 15 touches that you can do just for the holiday season. All right. So now we're going to go into our awards. So we have 2 sets of awards. And we'll go through these because unfortunately, we weren't able to do the awards in October because we had to cut our team meeting really short. So we're going to do the awards for October. We're going to do November awards first, okay? So here we go. First place, Yelena, congratulations. Second place, Sarah Hirschberg, 1.1 for written volume. And Kim Wakeman, 1 million. And Kim's only been here for what, six months?
Yeah.
6 months. So she's one of our newer agents. Took it head on. Now then, for our teams, first place the Stewards, 2.3. Congratulations. Give a round of applause. Second place, Jean Preston Whittaker, 2 million. She's standing right over here. So, working away. Congratulations. And then Leslie Brown team, 1.2. Congratulations.
Nice inside.
Now, when we have written volume, what does written volume tell us? What is that indicator of happening?
We're selling something.
That means we're going to get a closing, right? Absolutely. Oh, we have a group. So don't forget our group, Amanda, at 4.7 million last month.
Wow.
Yeah. Now then, close, right? So when we've written something, that's an indication of, so sometimes you'll see repeated people depending what they did the previous month. So here we go, close volume. Robert Jensen, 1.7. Go Captain Bob.
Yeah.
All right, Terry Hirschberger, 1.1, second place. Kim Wakeman, closed volume. Now, is that interesting? When you have a written volume, so it's a good indication of what will happen in the future. Then we have the McCrackens, 5.9 for team first place. They have been cranking it, right? Second place, the Stewards, 1.9. Awesome. Way to go, guys. And then the Wink team, 1.7. They had a goal this year of hitting 10, and they were going to blow that through. 10 million production. So good for them. And then we have our group, the Mantha Weaver team, 2.9 in closed volume. Way to go. Listing volume. Listings brings what? Usually 2 types of businesses. Right now it's kind of hard because our listings are going like this. So first place, Terry Hirschberger, 1.3. Second place, Yelena at 899. You couldn't find 300,000 for 900. Just kidding. And then we have Kim's first listing at 665. I'm not saying that's her listing volume, but she just had her first listing right now. So that's awesome. Way to go, Kim.
Wow.
The McCrackens for team, 3.4 million. The Stewards, 2.2 for second place. Leslie Brown, listing volume, 2.1 for third place. Awesome. And then we have our listing group, the Mantha team at 1.2. So congratulations, guys. So this is what happened, all that work that y'all have been doing. Great. So now we're going to go right into October. October, first place was 1.8 million in Bob Jensen, 1.7 written volume. Now, if you remember in October, this is October written volume, and what happened for closed volume? Same number.
Yeah.
All right. Chris Lowry, 720 in third place. Awesome, awesome. And then McCracken's written volume, 6.2 million, and they closed, what, 7.8? See what's amazing, isn't it?
Yeah.
Second place is the sewer team at 1.8 million. Then we have written volume, the Leslie Brown team at 1 million. And then we have the Mantha Weaver group at 2.5. Volume, Martina, 2.4.
Wow.
Boy, Coxie, second place, and awesome. Guys, just let you know, she had 13 transactions during the month of October. 13
Wow.
transactions, amazing. So she had a goal and she hit it. And so we weren't able to celebrate it during the month of October. However, her tenaciousness in her business got her in place with top producers in our region for the month of October as well. So she really, really kicked butt. I don't know if I can say that on record, so don't tell Brian. Okay, valid. Closed volume agent Yelena, 739,745. And then we have closed volume team, the sewer team at 3.8, first place. The Wink team at 1.9, closed volume, second place. Third place, the Leslie Brown team at 1.7. Congratulations. And then the Mantha Weaver at 2.5, closed volume for the group.
Wow.
Amazing. Bob Jensen, listing volume 1.5 for the month of October, first place. Laura Boyd at 930, second place. Way to go, Laura. Third place, Yelena at 815,700. Leslie Brown, 1.7 listing volume for October. And what did you tell me for November?
I don't remember. It was
That y'all had like 19 sides?
Yeah, 19 sides, that's under contract.
Yeah,
Well,
this was,
that, we didn't put all of those under contract at the same time, but
Right.
at the end of October, we had 19 sides under contract.
amazing. The sewer team, 1.4 in listing volume.
Yeah.
The Wink team, 524,400 in listing volume. And for group, the Mantha group at 1.8.
Yeah,
Amazing.
nice.
What's the difference with group and team?
The difference between group and team is a
Group has
three
Group has 3 or more.
or more
Agents.
licensed agents. 2 licensed agents. Yeah, it's just slight difference, just a little. Because a group, like a team could still have like 4 or 5 people in it, but they're not licensed. So that's what the difference is. So you have a lot of husband-wife teams as well. So thank you so guys for coming. What do you think? Was this a good team meeting?
Yes.
Yeah, was it the best team meeting ever? Okay, and we'll have the next one be the best one ever too. I hope to see y'all next Friday. If you have any questions, I'm still doing one-on-one consulting appointments. If I haven't reached out to you, please reach out to me. And let's grow together. So thank you everyone for coming. Have a good one. Thank you.
Okay.
Virtual.
Jenny.
Now, let's-
They give a look.